I'm just taking a short break. I'm just tidying up a little bit in the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Welcome. Ooh, this is a heart to your heart. This is a huge tech tie, which we all need right now. Bloody hit somebody over the head with it. Shut up. Oh, where's my happiness gone? Where's my fun gone? Oh, it gets hammered in a day. I've just had organic 80% dark chocolate, just a little bit. So I've been cleaning up here, tidying up. I got one camera over there with a better microphone, and that's for my lives on a night, which I'm doing tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm going to attune to your crystal. Hey, please help. Any help will be good, guys. Only the good guys. Only the good guys. You can't even say love and light anymore because that's all being hijacked. Everything's been hijacked. Everything you do, every position, every hand, every top you wear. I mean, what have I got on today? Oh yeah, this is bang on, Mark. Well, clever one. Clever top for wearing that. Is it? What's that there? Can you see? Oh, light. Got an eye at the back of my head. Yeah. I just said last night I did a live with you guys if you watched it, and it was how to overcome depression. And thank you for your messages, your kind messages. I nearly cried this morning that it's helped a few people, and even if it helps one person, then it's done its job. I'm not the message, I'm just a messenger, and I speak from only experience through my clients and my own personal experience. I don't read out of other people's books. I'm not a Tony Robbins or, Michael Beckwith and, all of the greats who talk about these things. I'm a healer. Flipping heck. I'm a healer, and I've just cleaned up, and wow, that just leads me nicely onto something without even realizing. There was a saint, I believe I think he was born in Serbia, is an Orthodox priest and became a bishop. I've just been cleaning. I've just put this here because he was actually here because somebody very special to me brought me this, and I went, oh wow, what's that? And yeah, you're looking at him there holding his hands and his fingers, and people are now saying when you do this it's the sign of 666, but I've just looked at it and he's touching his fourth finger, and how easily it is that people see darkness and evil in everybody. So this man, wow, I'm gonna mess up his name. He was a saint, so that's Sveti, Vasilije, Ostroški, something like that. It was a saint, apparently, but he was a bishop, and he was known this is how I see him. All of that doesn't mean nothing to me, but what I see him as and what people saw him as was a healer. And the story goes that people from all over the world came for healing from him. Not just Orthodox, but every religion, Muslims, everybody came to this man. And I went to visit his monastery, and it was in the mountains of I believe, Montenegro. And there's some quite amazing things there which are fascinating to me. I think he was born in the 16th century, so I think, and I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll just kind of put him. No, I can't show you. Anyway, that's him. I'll show you a picture of him there. Oh, Mark's doing a 180. He's going into religion. He's going into God. No, I'm not, guys. I got tons of gods and Jesus. Jesus is up there apparently, the real Jesus. I got the Buddha. I got the Dalai Lama, which you know. I got. I got the saints up there, saints that most of us know, St. Michael. I got Mother Teresa up there. I got the living saint who hugs people, Amma. I've got also a saint up there that, can't remember who it is. I think it's Michael again, it might be somebody else. I've got so many, so many Indian gods and stuff. What does it all mean? When I hear stories of people like this, okay, I don't run to become an Orthodox believer. I went up to this mountain because I heard that there was a guy who was a healer. And I heard the stories of this guy. And because I was up on this mountain and I was healing people, a modern day version, I wasn't part of a church. I wasn't part of Orthodox or whatever religion. I was just in a little room. And that was my little sanctuary, my safe space. And I was in this little room, half the size of this. And people were coming from, and this isn't a lie, I'm not exaggerating, people came from all over the world for a healing session because they heard that through somebody else, because there was no real advertising and stuff, which I didn't do anyway, it was just word of mouth. So people would come here and I'd be as surprised as anybody else, and I'd sit down and I'd had to go through the process of this worry of, you've come all the way from America, you're spending 5 days here, and you're coming for 4 healing sessions every day. What are you doing here again? Come to see you, Mark. I want a healing session with you. What? And I used to sit by my tree, and I was panicking in the room. And I had to get over that fear at the beginning. Fear that, like, my thought is, how much have they spent? And oh my God, I hope this helps, right? I had to get over that stupid mind brainwashing of teachers telling me I'm not good enough. So, it wasn't a church, it was a room with 4 walls, but I put everything in here was in there, so it was all cramped up, and it was like, you're like, God, there's everything in here. So this room's a bit bigger. I've got butterflies on the ceiling. Why? They remind me of how to be a good healer. What do you mean? Well, one day I was sat by a beautiful tree, and at the side of the tree, there was just a beautiful wild flowers. And I was meditating when I opened my eyes. Start again. I was meditating and I was asking our spirit world, I was asking my higher self, how can I be a better healer? And when I'd finished, I didn't get any answers, but I opened my eyes and I saw this butterfly come right to the flower and then gently just touched it gently and then moved off again. And I took it as a sign, be a butterfly. So I thought about that over time, over days, weeks, months. And every single action I do, I try and be a butterfly. What do you mean? Well, when you're giving a healing session, you don't cough. If you've got a cough, you go out of the room gently and you cough out of the room and then you come back in, so you don't make any noise. So your client is that flower, and you come back in gently, and you don't move your seat so the feet go. You gently place yourself in there. And when you're doing the healing, you go gently around the head, and you don't like go and when you walk gently, so you're like a butterfly. Anyway, I don't know why I said that, but going back to this saying, I broke my foot because I was an idiot, and I wasn't paying attention, which happens. And I wanted to heal fast, and I wanted to see how fast I could heal. The doctor told me that, well, it was just on his face. It wasn't really at the talk. His face said it all. Every nurse that looked at my foot just, I wish they wouldn't have done it, but they kept going. And I'm like, why did you just come up to my foot and look at my foot? And you just get me out of here. Ridiculous. Make things worse, put fear into me, but it didn't really. And I'm like, I was determined to know that these people are just stupid. And, a nurse should have smiled and said, we'll have you back walking in no time. The doctor should have said, we'll have you back walking in no time. They didn't really. You'll be lucky to walk again properly and all this crap. So I just ignored that voodoo spell. And I got brought this saint, and I started working every day, self-healing. The food that I was eating was all to do with healing bone, healing the body, and so on. So I had, the love and healing of this man, this healer, who did some amazing work. And on a side note, I think I mentioned it earlier, I went to the mountains, and he's got this monastery up there in Montenegro. And as we walked around, there's a very famous grapevine, and if many people have gone to this grapevine and just sat by it and made a prayer to get pregnant, and many people got pregnant. It's fascinating how this wonderful belief in something creates life in you. And I've tried to explain this to people. It's not the tree, it's your belief in it, because you create that. You create or destroy within yourself. You are the miracle, or you are the destroyer. But if it takes a tree to do that, that's fine. There was something very fascinating though. In the mountains, there's water, and this water is, again, worldwide known as being a cure for many, many people who were blinded and so on. And this here, which is the sacred mist, this has that water in, as well as many other sacred places, which, yeah, let's have some. Yay! Sorry guys, it's not the fancy perfume stuff. This is just water, but it's blessed and pure water from all over the world. The beginning of the Ganges, Fatima, all over Poland, Italy, different places, Germany, the Black Forest, and so many places. The famous Balinese, where the god hit the ground and the water started coming up. All these places, I bring all this water together, plus the pure energy technique of putting good energy into it and putting it into there. And Lemon House do a good job, actually. In fact, I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say it because I know they won't be upset with me, but I am gonna say it. If anybody goes to Lemon House and buys a Sacred Mist, I promise that you will get an extra bottle too, so you can give it to somebody else. So you'll get the price. You'll get 2 bottles for the price of 1. And I just want to say this as well. It's a fantastic bottle, very strong, so you've no problem with it. But every time it goes down halfway, fill it back up, and then you'll never ever run out of it. It'll last forever. So going back to this idea of, I have no issues with people who believe in God, none at all. In fact, I have so many friends who are really devout Christians, Catholics, born again, evangelical, Mormons. You name every religion. I've got many friends who are in that religion who came to the Pure Energy Healing Academy and learned the healing technique, because it's just a technique. And they embraced this room. They embraced the healing for the 4 days. And I embraced them. What I did notice is that they weren't condescending. They weren't fear-mongering at all. They weren't saying negative things about anything. They just came and did the practice and then was very thankful and left. And I thought, nice people. I don't judge people by their label. I judge them by their actions, by their fruits. So this healer, this saint, this healer, I was interested in how from the 16th century till now his name is still here, and that he was a healer. And that was lovely to carry on that legacy. So I went up to that monastery to feel the energy. And I've got to say that energy was amazing. And Montenegro is amazing. And I just wanted to sit and just kind of share that with you today. So I guess you make your own conclusions about Mark Bajersky, which is quite a difficult one to try and understand him, because everybody wants to put you in a box these days. And I might have an issue with religion, but it isn't with the religion per se, in the sense of how people behave and how they mock and ridicule, and each to their own. And I can walk into any synagogue, church, anywhere. I can walk any holy place and feel the energy, and if it feels lovely, then it feels lovely, and I'll embrace that. And I've been into little tiny churches in mountains all over, just to embrace the energy, to feel it. Doesn't make me religious, doesn't make me a man of God, because I believe that we are all part, well, I'm talking about the good people, the ones who want to care and love for each other. I'm not talking about the parasite governments and those who work in it, the paedophiles and the rapists and the abusers. I'm talking about you and I, where we come from. We come from a beautiful place. And to segregate, to shut off, to push aside and to hate and to, say, your label is your label, and, because you live in this country, you are that. No, this isn't how I see it. I see people by their fruits, how they are, their kindness to one another. And I don't see them as colour. I don't see them as race. I don't see them as you're a Balinese. I don't see you as that. I see you as me. We're as one. We're one. We're just different in this spacesuit, but inside we're as one. So, somebody said to me, you've got, because I mentioned it, the Dalai Lama, the true meaning of life. We are visitors on this planet. We are here for 90 or 100 years at the very most. During that period, we must do something good, something useful with our lives. If you contribute to other people's happiness, you will find the true goal, the true meaning of life. I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit who he is. But that is a message that's not from him. We are simply we are messengers, all of us. And even your worst enemy can have a nice message, and we can embrace that message. Just because it comes from a nasty person, it's still a message. And we shouldn't relate, just like you shouldn't relate me to my messages from my book. I'm an asshole sometimes. I say things that I wish I haven't. I mess up, but if I'm doing a healing session, I become this energy, this love, and I feel, and I've worked hard to it. And when I give messages to you, I try and channel lovely messages. Don't make me a perfect person. I've got a long way to go, just like all of us. But this Dalai Lama, I don't see that as him. I don't see Jesus up there as something that I have to bow to, or I don't see God as somebody that I have to say his name all the time. I just do my best in life, and I don't hurt others unless they hurt somebody else, and then I'll try and intervene. If somebody says something nasty, I'll try and defend, and you've seen me defending all the time. And I do talk about religion, and again, I have, if you hear my message, I have no issues with any religion. I have no issues with anybody who turns to God or Jesus, none at all. It's just when they start to attack by way of saying everything else is wrong and this is bad, and that's like, just stop. Just stop. Stop preaching. Stop preaching. Just be good. Just be kind. Just be nice. Just do nice things. But it's a difficult world because there's a challenge with a lot of people who think they have to preach. And I guess you could look at my work over 10 years, 12 years and say, well, look, sounds like you're a preacher. What I've tried to do is defend anything that you want to do. And that's it. Do whatever you want to do. As long as you don't hurt people, as long as you don't hurt children, you can do what you want. Just don't hurt children and don't hurt people with your words, and be kind. It's really that simple. And yet, most people just don't get it. So, I'd like to, once again, say, beautiful saint. Notice his head, what he's wearing. They're all jewels. So, they're beautiful. That's it, really. Have a beautiful day. I hope you can join me tonight. I'll send a message now. Oops. But anyway, it is what it is. And I'll honour, let's say 50 bottles. Can't say 50 bottles of Lemon House Sacred Mist, which is basically my mist over these 2 decades. So I hope you appreciate the energy from it and how much it clears and really strengthens in so many ways. So you buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free, and 50 bottles only. So if it stops and 50 bottles. In fact, I tell you what day is it today? Today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Right, so I'll honour this because I have to contribute to this. So this time next week, so it's 7 days. So you've got 7 days to buy a bottle and you'll get a bottle free. After this moment, in 7 days, you'll just get the normal bottle that'll come to you for that price. But from now till, let's say 2 o'clock today, 2 o'clock next Saturday will be the deadline when it stops, okay? So enjoy the mist, and remember, please remember, in fact, do what I do. No, don't do what I do. So when you've got this bottle, convert half of that into one of these bottles and then fill it back up. Try and use as cleansing, clearing water as possible. I'd go for Panna in the Panna water from Tuscany, some clear water, free from the crap. Okay, so fill that to there and then fill it up. So then you've got a full one here, and then you fill this one back up, and then you've got a full one there. So you never run out. And as soon as it hits halfway, fill it back up again. Distilled is okay as well, but I would always say when using distilled water, put it out in the sun for at least 30 minutes, and that will bring all the nutrients and all the wonderful energy that it needs back in again. That was taken out by the distiller. I think that's it really. So tonight at 7 o'clock, I promise I'll do my best to attune to a crystal for you tonight. So basically people come onto the live. I'll link it below. I'll put 2 links below. One for the Lemon House Sacred Mist special offer, which won't say special offer. You just buy a bottle and I promise another bottle will come free. That, and then tonight's link I'll put up. So it's at 7 o'clock Spain time. So check your time. 7 o'clock Spain time, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's in 5 hours from now. And it's a live chat. And at the side of the live chat, just type in crystal, please. And then watch the screen and then watch your name come up. And when your name comes up, I'll attune to a crystal, perfect crystal for you. All right? It's been really successful. It was really successful. And I've had some amazing messages that people have said that crystal they would never have even thought about. They went to the local crystal store, they bought it, and they said it's really helped so much. So, you know, there is something very magical about attuning to, you know, channeling and to attuning to your beautiful heart and what a crystal can do and help you along your journey. So have a great day, guys. Even if you don't make it tonight, I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely day from the bottom of my heart. Have a great day.